Joining us right now for more on this is House Democratic leader, New York Congressman Hakeem Jeffries. And Mr. Leader, it's very good to have you here. We appreciate it. How are you doing today?
Good morning. Great to be with you.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the budget, because this is the lead story in the New York Times and a lot of other newspapers this morning. People are looking at this, wondering what to expect, and already we're getting some pretty big details. We've been talking this morning about Medicare in particular, shoring that system up, but doing it by raising taxes. I wonder if you'll weigh in on that, first of all.
Well, it's my expectation that President Biden's budget is going to invest in the future sustainability of Medicare and Social Security, invest in education and job training, invest in research and development, invest in transportation and infrastructure, invest in technology and innovation, invest in the creation and preservation of affordable housing, and overall just invest in the health, the safety, and the economic well-being of the American people as part of his wonderful effort to build an economy from the middle out and the ground up.
One of our reporters dug into what some of those increases will mean and what it will mean for New Yorkers in your district, and was just pointing out that with these proposed tax increases, if they were to go through, including that Medicare taxes going to 5% from 3.8% and the cap being lifted, it will mean that New Yorkers who are making $400,000 or more could be facing a tax rate of 59.6% when you add up the state and local taxes. Do you worry about that, just your own constituents?
Here's what I worry about. The overwhelming majority of the people that I represent in the 8th Congressional District, just like the overwhelming majority of the American people, will not experience a very, very modest tax increase in order to extend out the future of Medicare. Right now, according to the Congressional Budget Office, the Medicare Trust Fund is slated to be insolvent by the year 2033. And so President Biden is taking a very responsible step to try to extend it out to 2050 in order to make sure that tens of millions of Americans can retire with grace and dignity, folks who have paid into Medicare throughout their entire lives and have an expectation that it will be there for them in their golden years.
No question that Medicare is a very important program and that it needs to be shored up. I guess the bigger issue is what happens, because this is already being declared dead on arrival. It's not going to pass in the House. So what do you do? What kind of compromises do you look for? How do you think there is something? Do you find any common ground? What are you thinking so far?
Well, we always want to find common ground whenever and wherever possible. But in order for that to happen, the Republicans actually need to show us their plan. Unfortunately, what we have right now is a situation where President Biden has been very clear. He's going to release his budget tomorrow. It will be in the public domain. The American people will have an opportunity to fully review it. The Congress can debate it. But right now, we haven't seen a plan from House Republicans. In the past, their plan has been to dramatically cut taxes for the wealthy, the well-off, and the well-connected, often unpaid for. Unfortunately, that was the reality in 2017. And it has not delivered the benefits for the overwhelming majority of Americans that had been promised. We've seen budget plans in the past that have sought to repeal the Affordable Care Act, that have sought to undermine Social Security and Medicare. And what we're saying is for us to have a reasonable debate, a transparent debate, then House Republicans need to show the American people their plan.